Hey, what's up everyone? Gids here for another video, and today we're going to talk about getting your titles, especially Attack Master, Defense Master, and Star Crusher. Those are the three things that I'm going to show you today. So yeah, let's hop into it. Okay, so before we start, just want to thank Neko for sharing the Defense Master check, or how to get Defense Master and Defense Expert as well. Okay, so thank you very much to Neko for this one. So let's go ahead and start first with Attack Master. Okay, so Attack Master is going to require you to get 36k attack. So this one's one of the simpler ones to get because it just requires you to have a rogue with Blazing Heart skill and Showtime skill active. Okay, and of course the trick to getting the Showtime skill on the specific person in the party is to have your party members unequip their weapons except for one, and have the person who you want to get the Attack Master title on to have all their weapons equipped, of course, because you're going to need a lot of attack. And if your attack, I think the base attack that you need for this one is at least 20k, 24k, I think 24k. So if you don't know how to get your attack up, you can go check out all the foods that you can eat. So especially this one's best chili shrimp, finest barbecue, and the tartar fish with tartar sauce. Okay, after those ones, you can also eat the bread, fluffy pancakes, and I think toasty taiyaki. Those are the things that you can get additional attack from. Of course, equipment is always going to be number one place where you can get your attack. Okay, so other places where you can get some of the stats is, of course, Reliquaries, just buy the buff. Hammer Relic is for additional attack. And of course, you can go to your Kingdom Dominion to buy the theater buffs. If your kingdom upgraded those, there's going to be a significant increase in your attack after taking all those in. And of course, remember, when you're trying to get the titles from rogue buffs or skill buffs, you're going to have to unequip an equipment and then equip it right away. So, for example, the rogue has used their Blazing Heart and then they used Showtime. You're going to have to unequip an item and then equip it right away. Right? Something like that, because this requires, or the titles require, some sort of trigger outside of the skill buffs in order for them to show up in your achievements. So if you received, I think, Strong Attack Achievement Tier 50, that means that you already got Attack Master title. Okay, so of course, once you get Attack Master, you're also going to get Attack Expert, because Attack Expert only requires you 24k. So that's one of the easier titles to obtain. Next up, let's go over Defense Master, because this one is a bit more complicated and a bit harder to get, but bear with me. Okay, the Defense Master title. So Defense Master title is going to give you around 2k CP again. But the requirements for this is for you to get 88,000 defense, which is actually a lot and going to be hard. But the things that you need here are at least 44k to 46k base defense. I think you will be able to double the current defense that you have if you execute this one perfectly. But yeah, I think 44k and 46k is the safe bet. 44k might be just cutting it close. Anyways, you're required to have a swordsman, rogue, and, well, engineer is going to be optional. Just get an engineer if you really need 10% more defense. Okay, so that's that. Other stat resources are down here, but I'll just show you in game. Okay, first of all, we have Invincible Beast. So Invincible Beast is the rare necklace that you get from the field boss. Field boss Silverbeard. Okay, so the passive, awakening passive or awakening effect of the Silverbeard is that it increases your defense by 10% at awakening 0 up to 20% at awaken 10. So this just says that there's a chance during your attacks that you can increase your defense for 15 seconds. So 15 seconds is your window basically. Once this triggers, I'm gonna show you the skill order later on, but right now I'm just gonna show you all the stuff that gives you additional defense. Okay, next we have let's go over the passive skills. Okay, passive skills, we have attack boost. You have to unequip your attack boost because attack boost reduces your overall defense, right? You can see here at attack boost level 8, it decreases my defense by 4%. Once you've unequipped that one, equip your defense boost if you have your defense boost. So defense boost plus 3%, and then of course defense aura. Whoever has the highest defense aura passive skill in your party, they should be the ones equipping this one. For me, I did not have this one leveled up. Okay, so that's it for the passive skills. Alright, so let's go over the skills from the other class. Okay, for the swordsman, you will need enhanced defense, siphoning launch, and defensive field. Okay, of course, the higher the level, the better it is. Okay, so for swordsman, if you are a swordsman class that's trying to get defense master, it's going to be much easier for you because you can actually get the passive skill fortify, which increases your defense per attack, and it stacks, right? So I think it's 2.78% defense per stack up to 5% defense per stack at level 10 for the fortify skill. But if you're not a swordsman, don't think about that. Just think about having a swordsman with all these skills. Okay, enhanced defense increases your party's defense by around 7.5% at level 1 to 15% at level 10. Siphoning launch increases defense 7.5% to 15%, I think. And then defensive field will increase your party's defense by 25% to 50%. So if you have everything at level 10, it's going to be so much easier. So if you have a swordsman that has all these at level 10, then you should be able to get this one so much easier. Next is the rogue showtime skill. Showtime gives the highest attack party member 15% to 30% defense. So, okay, at level 10. So 15% at level 1 and 30% at level 10. So if you have a rogue that has showtime level 10, it's going to be so much easier as well. So actually just executing all these things plus all the buffs that you can get, you should already be able to get the defense master title. Okay, so you're not going to have to wait for invincible beast. You're not going to have to set up for your engineer to get the flash heal bonus, because flash heal, if you're the lowest HP member in the party, you get double heals and also receive 10% defense boost if you're the lowest party member or lowest HP party member. So 5% to 10% at level 10. So that's for all the skills. For the food, you can get fresh apple tea for 200 defense, peach milk for 200 defense, southern style smoothie for 300 defense, sea breeze carpaccio for plus 300, and I think 500 for the special one. Expensive sea urchin for plus 300 and plus 500 for the special one. The other buffs, I think level 1 starts at 0.5% defense up to, I don't remember. I don't know actually what's the level 10. So yeah. Kingdom Lab as well. Of course, Beginner's Blessing, it gives you plus 300. Protection Blessing gives you 1% or more depending on the level. And of course, I've mentioned already Reliquar. So Reliquar, you'll be able to purchase this one. 2.5. It gives you 2.5% defense and 500 flat defense if you buy it. But if you own the relic for the week, you have 5% defense and plus 1000 defense. Okay. And then of course, very important for you to have Saintly Circlet. If you don't have Saintly Circlet, it's going to be very hard to get this one because, well, it gives a lot of defense as well. Alright, so that's actually all you need to set this one up. So I'll go over how you can achieve this one by using Invincible Beast plus the Engineer's Flash Heal. So if you're really low on defense, you're going to require the additional 10% defense from Invincible Beast and the additional 10% defense from the Flash Heals. Okay, so let's go over the skill order. So as I've mentioned, it's going to be much more complicated trying to do the method wherein you're going to have to utilize Invincible Beast and the Engineer's Flash Heal. Okay, so that's what I'm going to cover step by step on how we set this one up. Okay, first of all, in general or for the whole run, you're going to have to ensure showtime gets on the right person. So all other party members except the person trying to get the title will have to unequip two weapons. okay, or even their necklace, right? They have to unequip just to ensure that the party member trying to get the title will get or will have the highest attack to ensure getting Showtime buff. Okay, that's the only thing you have to note off with trying to get Showtime. Next, for the flash heal, for you to get the flash heal, so let's just read over the flash heal description. So first part does not matter, but the second part here, it says restores the party member with the lowest HP ratio by an additional 25% and the defense by 10%. That's why this makes it a bit complicated because there's a lot of stuff in game that tries to auto heal your character, especially if you drop at a certain HP threshold. But trying to ensure that that character or that person trying to get the title gets this buff, 10% defense buff, you have to get him to a lower percentage health. I recommend 50% just for safety. 75 is fine, but yeah, okay. Or just have all other party members to set up their potions to be at 100%, something like that. But essentially what you want to do for the person trying to get the title, auto heal skills, just put this one down as low as you can, 0. Also potion use, auto use HP potion, put this one to 0. Okay, and then always try to be on semi mode. Okay, always be on semi mode, and if you have Toko on your deck, please disable his skill. So to disable his skill, just click on this one, and then click on Toko. There should not be a rotating circle symbol on his icon, and then click on complete. Okay, so once you've set that one up, go to high level mobs, try to get your HP low, and then you're set. You're ready. Okay, so you've ensured yourself to be able to get Showtime buff, and then you've also ensured yourself to be able to get the engineer's flash heal. Okay, another thing that you can actually do if you don't want to get damaged by mobs, or if you don't want to look for mobs, you can just unequip the items or equipments that you have that increases HP, right? And then equip them. For example, gloves, helmet, and of course your earrings. Right, so once you've equipped them, you're automatically going to have a reduced HP, and of course, if you've disabled your potion usage, you should be at a lower HP percentage already. Okay, so that's an easier way instead of waiting for mobs to try to hit you. Okay. Okay, now that we got you set up for getting the flash heal bonus and your rogue's Showtime, let's go over the skill setup. Okay, so it's going to be much easier from now on, but the timing is going to be a bit harder because you're going to try to wait for Invincible Beast's passive to show up. So let's wait for my character here. It's going to be hard to try to check this one actually, but you can, as you can see here, you will always have a cooldown up here, and let's just watch this cooldown. All right, because there's once this one triggers, you have 15 seconds to execute everything. Right, so I'm just gonna show you how it triggers or how it looks like. Okay, so now it's up. Just gonna want to attack or use your basic attack. If you're on semi, it's easier to see. That's not triggered yet. Let's just wait. Okay, there you go. Once you see those leaves, those animation, it's already triggered. Okay, so you can use that one as a trigger or your signal for everyone. Go signal for everyone to start casting all their skills. Swordsman needs to be on semi again. So once they see that skill, they're going to start auto-attacking. You're going to start auto-attacking in order to trigger their enhanced defense passive. Okay, let me just find enhanced defense. Where's enhanced defense? This one. Okay, so they have to keep attacking. Alright, because this one is 7.5% chance on attack to increase the party's defense by 10% up to 15%, I believe, right? So yeah, they have to keep attacking. So put them on semi. They have to be on a constant semi or semi-attacking or auto-attacking enemies to keep triggering this passive. Okay? After this one, you have Swordsman as well. Where is it? Defensive field. And go for defensive field, and then for Swordsman again, Siphoning Lunge. Okay? So that's the skill order basically. Once you see the trigger for Invincible Beast happen, so you see that green thing, the green aura-like thing that surrounds the character, that means the Invincible Beast has been triggered. Once that is triggered, Swordsman starts attacking. Use Siphoning Lunge, use Defensive Field. Rogue will use Showtime, and then Engineer heals. Okay, so that's basically your skill order. And I hope you guys get the timing correctly, because there's actually a very, very small timing here, or window here. As you have seen, Engineer's buff lasts for 7 seconds. I think the Swordsman's buff lasts for 8 seconds. So you have around 8 seconds to do all those stuff. Plus, after you receive all the buffs, you're going to again have to unequip and then equip an item to trigger the achievement. Okay? Once you receive the achievement, tier 50 strong defense, you're good. You should be able to get the title. Okay, so hopefully you'll be able to get it.
Meron na makita.
Ayun na,
Meron na. Ala.
Sabi mo na ulo.
Hirap pala gawin na ito.
True.
Papakamatay ako dito sa mukha.
Ano nangyari?
Yun.
Nakuha ka?
Ayun, Defense Master. next. Alis ka na dito.
Na all.
Malas ka na dito, boy.
Alis ka na. Okay, last one that I'm going to talk about with titles is Star Crusher, because it's also one of the fairly easy ones that you will be able to get. So Star Crusher requires you to get 8.4 million damage in one instance. So the way that you can get this, and as well as one hit KO with 1.2 million damage, is by using bombs on Kingdom Defense. If you're able to do Kingdom Defense level 4, I think it's most recommended to be able to do it on level 4. Or tier 4. Tier 4 is where you can do it. Tier 3, I think it's going to be pretty hard, but it's possible if you have a lot of mobs. But it's much more consistent to do this on tier 4 or tier 5. I'll probably make a guide on how to do tier 4, tier 5 later on, but we can't beat tier 5 yet. We can only beat tier 4, so yeah, that should follow along. But anyway, even if you can't do tier 4, you should be able to get the titles. Okay, so this one is just going to use the bomb. For tier 4, there's a big monster, there's a big bear that shows up at, I think, wave 5 and wave 8. Throw the bomb on the bear, you'll be able to get it right away. Okay, because the bear has so much HP and the bomb does a lot of damage, you'll be able to do it right away. So if you guys don't know how to set up the bombs, you should already know. You just have to go to your kingdom domain and look for, where is it? This one, craft robot area, and have your officers do this one. If they don't know how to do this one, should scold them. Anyways, they should know how to craft and then place the bombs already. Okay, so what we've been doing with our kingdom, we actually have a list of names of all the members, and then we just go through those lists. So the bomb team just changes every single time we try to do kingdom defense. And of course, kingdom officers should be saving your obsidians, right? Kingdom obsidians, so that you can reset your kingdom defenses, so that at least you can do, you should do kingdom defense 4 times a week. Okay, 4 times. So meaning there's 5 bombs every time. So ideally, you'll be able to do 20 Star Crusher titles in 4 runs, right? That's ideal, but mostly you'll get probably 3 to 4 people getting it, and then others will just follow along. Okay, so most likely you'll be able to complete this one with everyone in your kingdom for like 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Everyone should be done already. Okay, so that's basically it for this video. If you learned something, if you get your CP increased, then leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Thank you very much for watching. See you again next time. Bye-bye.